Hello to the women of the world, girls and friends, sisters, mothers, those of us who feel like we're on the top of our game, and those of us who are feeling like we're struggling in the chaos. We've all been there. But it looks like we have to do it. So I'm calling on your little girl. I don't think our brothers are going to do it. I don't think money's going to do it. And the politicians tend to follow. We all know we need on-ground action. We need to recycle more. We need to reduce consumption. We need to be incredibly wise with extractive industries. We need to stop polluting our waters. The list goes on. There's too many fronts to focus on. It's my sense that we've arrived here because we've forgotten that we're all one. We've forgotten that we're all one life. As a society, we're behaving as if we're separate. When I was younger, I was working in the Hunter Valley for Greening Australia, and we'd been planting trees on the weekend. And I arrived home Sunday night, turned on the telly, and there was a story about massive tree clearing happening in Queensland. They'd been dragging a chain between two bulldozers and thereby destroying hundreds of thousands of trees over in an incredibly short period of time. And I realised at that point the rot was far deeper than I thought. I realised we're not going to solve the problem by working at the level of the problem. And so my response was actually to start meditating. I felt the problem was inside us, and I could be at least one person who would help to clean up the world by cleaning up myself. My sense is that we all know we're connected. We all know that what we do to ourselves, to others, we do to ourselves. And what we do to nature, we do to ourselves. But somehow, as a society, we're behaving as if we're separate. We've forgotten that we're all one life. We've forgotten that the life that flows through you is me in a different form. The life that flows through this tree is me in a different form. And I also realised that everything begins inside. Everything begins maybe from an experience, but as an idea in our heart. And then we go out and do things in the world. So if we can experience this one life, we become this one life, and we recognise how it is to be a tree, and our actions will change accordingly. It's also the more of us that embody a principle, the more it becomes a reality on the earth. When I was a little kid, we rode horses, and one night we were sitting in front of the fire, putting our bridles back together, and I could never work out how the bit went in the horses went into the bridle, and so I asked my dad, and he said, "Well, how would you like it in your mouth?" And I suddenly realised, and I also realised that I could experience things that other life forms experience, at least to some degree. What I'm asking is that we take a month and we practice tuning in to other life forms, presence to presence. So if I take this tree, for example, I tune into the canopy. I take in the whole span of the leaves and branches, dead ones, live ones, and I feel them in my energy. And then I drop my energy down through the trunk, and I feel myself down in the root zone. I feel the roots going out, the moisture, organisms living in the roots. And I hold the root bowl and the canopy. I hold the whole tree in my energy as one living being. And sometimes when I do this, the being of the tree will come out and say hello. So when you feel the presence of the tree, you can say, I am the tree. Feel yourself as the tree and use the mantra, I am the tree. Feel the flows, feel right up into the canopy, into the leaves, the birds living in it, the air moving through the leaves. And feel its presence, presence to presence. Feel what it holds. This tree I'm standing in holds an area much, much bigger than its physical size. And then send it a wave of gratitude, of love. In a sense, when we do this, it not only changes us, but it changes for the tree as well. Trees feel us. I've had an experience where I did this with a tree and I was walking along in my head at university worried about something, and I literally felt the tree reach out and say hello to me. They do notice us. They do know what's going on with us. So I'm asking that we do this for 1 month, starting the 10th of June at the new moon. So we'll do it new moon to new moon, the 10th of June to the 10th of July, 10 or 15 minutes a day. Go out, find a natural form. It can be a mountain, a rock, a valley, a field, a tree, a flock of birds, a stream, a lake, and tune in presence to presence. Feel the presence of the sky, for example. Feel how vast it is. When you feel it, send whatever life form you're tuning into a wave of gratitude for what it gives and what it is, what it holds, and a wave of love. A recognition that we're all one life. I'll be doing Zooms in the morning at 8 a.m. Australian time. I'll record them so you can do them at any time of the day. You're welcome to join me on Zoom, or you're welcome to have the recording, or you're welcome to do it in your own way. You're also welcome to take my material and do it with your own circle of friends. I know when I'm connected to the earth, my life is just better. I'm happier, you know, happier, more fulfilled. If we do this together, the forces will gather, the earth will respond, and we'll get the energy needed to do what we need to do on a practical level. Thank you. Thanks for being alive. All the little girls out there, we can tune into each other, presence to presence. We'll feel each other doing this for this month. Gratitude and love.